In today's fast-paced world, where every moment seems filled with noise and constant distractions, finding a moment of quiet reflection can feel like a rare luxury. Yet amidst this chaos, there lies an ancient path to clarity and inner strength. Marcus Aurelius once pondered, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." This timeless insight invites us to explore the power of solitude through the lens of Stoicism. So, what if embracing solitude could unlock a deeper resilience within you? Through the teachings of Stoicism, we discover that solitude is not a sign of loneliness but a gateway to profound introspection and personal growth. By the end of this journey, you'll understand how stepping away from the external world can bring unparalleled clarity and peace, equipping you with the tools to thrive amidst life's challenges. How often do we find ourselves seeking distraction in the company of others, as if our value hinges on the presence of another voice? In a world filled with constant noise, it's all too easy to forget the inherent strength in solitude. The Stoics, particularly Seneca, emphasized the belief that true self-sufficiency and inner strength come from within, unencumbered by the external chaos surrounding us. Solitude, according to Stoicism, is not an isolation but rather a sacred space for personal growth and reflection. Seneca wisely observed, "The greatest blessings of mankind are within us and within our reach." A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for what he has not. This introspective journey into one's own mind is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. It encourages us to engage in an honest inner dialogue where we confront our fears, dreams, and shortcomings without the distortive influence of external opinions. Consider the modern-day phenomenon of mindfulness retreats. These retreats have surged in popularity as people seek respite from their hectic lives, yearning for a chance to connect with their inner selves. Participants often return with stories of newfound clarity and peace, achieved through the deliberate silence and reflection these retreats offer. This is a testament to the transformative power of embracing solitude. It underscores the Stoic belief that by turning inward, we can cultivate a profound sense of self-awareness and resilience, preparing us to face life's challenges with a calm and steadfast spirit. But how comfortable are you when alone with your thoughts? In today's interconnected world, many find the prospect daunting. Yet, it is precisely in these moments of solitude that we can truly hear our inner voice. It is here that we can confront our deepest questions and emerge with a clearer understanding of our values and purpose. This quiet introspection allows us to align more closely with what truly matters, free from the distracting chatter that often clouds judgment. Imagine treating your solitude as a sanctuary, a place where you recharge and reflect. This practice not only fosters personal growth but also strengthens your ability to be self-reliant. By being comfortable in your own company, you cultivate a sense of contentment and resilience that no external circumstance can easily shake. So, next time when you find yourself yearning for the comfort of others purely as a distraction, pause and consider the opportunity that solitude presents. Embrace it as a time to engage deeply with your inner self, to question, understand, and ultimately grow stronger. As you navigate through your own journey, let the wisdom of the Stoics guide you. Use solitude as a tool to nurture your inner strength, allowing you to face the world with a renewed sense of peace and purpose. And remember, as Seneca teaches, solitude is not about being alone, but about becoming more acquainted with the person you are and the person you aspire to be. An essential component of Stoic philosophy is the practice of cognitive detachment, a powerful tool for maintaining peace of mind. At its core, cognitive detachment is about recognizing the distinction between our emotions and the reality we face. By separating what we feel from what truly is, we cultivate an ability to remain calm and grounded even in the face of adversity. This does not mean ignoring emotions or becoming apathetic. Instead, it involves understanding that our emotions often stem from perceptions and judgments that may not align with reality. Epictetus, a former slave-turned-philosopher, taught extensively about this practice, emphasizing the importance of focusing on what lies within our control. He famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This succinct statement captures the essence of Stoicism. Our power lies in our response to external events rather than in the events themselves. By practicing cognitive detachment, Stoics train themselves to focus on internal reactions, thereby gaining mastery over their emotional states. Imagine you are confronted with a decision where your peers are exerting pressure to sway your choice. Perhaps it's something as mundane as choosing a meal or as significant as a career path. The urge to conform to external expectations can be overwhelming, fueled by the fear of judgment or rejection. However, cognitive detachment invites you to pause and assess the situation objectively. Instead of reacting emotionally, perhaps out of a desire to please others, you can separate your feelings from the decision-making process. This allows you to make a choice that genuinely aligns with your values and self-awareness, rather than succumbing to external pressures. Think for a moment about a recent situation in your life where emotions ran high, and consider how cognitive detachment might have altered the outcome. Was there a misunderstanding at work that spiraled into conflict because emotions clouded the facts? Or perhaps a personal relationship where an emotional reaction led to regretful words? Reflecting on these scenarios highlights where a Stoic approach could have provided clarity and calm, preventing unnecessary distress. By adopting cognitive detachment, you create space to view situations with a rational mindset. This practice not only empowers you to preserve your peace of mind, but also enhances your decision-making, leading to less regret and more intentional living. It's a skill that, with practice, enables you to navigate life's challenges with the wisdom and clarity that the Stoics cherished. Incorporating this principle into your daily routine can start with small conscious efforts. Next time you feel your emotions rising, take a moment to breathe deeply and ask yourself, what part of this is within my control? By redirecting your focus, you can transform your perspective, making decisions that are not reactionary but rather reflective of your true intentions. As you continue to explore the depths of Stoic wisdom, remember that cognitive detachment is not an end in itself but a powerful means to a more peaceful and deliberate life. Let it be a guiding tool that helps you cultivate resilience and clarity, empowering you to live authentically regardless of the external circumstances. Throughout history, the Stoics have continually demonstrated that solitude can be a powerful catalyst for resilience. When confronted with adversity, rather than seeking refuge in the noise of society, they turned inward to fortify their minds and spirits. One of the most compelling examples of this is the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, whose reign was anything but peaceful. Faced with plagues, wars, and personal tragedies, Marcus found strength not in the counsel of crowds but in the quiet solitude of his own thoughts. In his personal writings, Meditations, Marcus Aurelius offers invaluable insights into the Stoic approach to enduring hardships alone. He writes, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This profound reflection encapsulates the Stoic understanding of resilience, viewing obstacles not as barriers but as opportunities for growth. Marcus's philosophy was not just theoretical, it was a guide through the turbulent years of his leadership, allowing him to persevere through relentless challenges. Resilience, in the Stoic sense, is not merely the ability to endure difficulties but to transform them into stepping stones. It is the art of thriving under pressure by harnessing the power of the mind to find clarity and purpose when external circumstances seem insurmountable. For the Stoics, solitude was essential to cultivating this kind of resilience. It provided a necessary space to reflect, regroup, and redirect energy toward what truly mattered. Consider the story of Nelson Mandela, a modern embodiment of resilience in solitude. During his 27 years of imprisonment on Robben Island, Mandela was isolated from the world, yet it was in this solitude that he refined his vision for a free and democratic South Africa. He famously noted that his solitary confinement was not merely a period of suffering, but also a time of immense personal growth. Mandela emerged not embittered but magnanimous, ready to lead his country toward reconciliation and peace. His story illustrates how solitude can turn adversity into a crucible that forges resilience. Reflect on a moment in your own life when you stood alone against a challenge. Perhaps it was the loss of a job, a health scare, or a personal relationship that tested your limits. Recall how you navigated that storm without leaning on the reassuring hum of external voices. Consider how that experience, while difficult, ultimately strengthened your resolve and perhaps even reshaped your path. Solitude allows us to tap into an inner reservoir of strength that is often overlooked in the frenzy of daily life. It's in these moments of quiet reflection that we can confront our fears, craft our strategies, and emerge stronger and more resolute. By embracing solitude, we give ourselves the gift of time to process, to plan, and to grow. As you contemplate the role of solitude in building resilience, challenge yourself to embrace it as a tool for personal empowerment. Let Marcus Aurelius's words guide you. See the obstacles in your path as opportunities for growth, and use the quiet moments to cultivate the strength to overcome them. Resilience is not about the absence of struggle, but the ability to transform struggle into strength, and solitude provides the perfect environment for this transformation to occur. How often do you find your mind wandering away from the present moment, caught up in thoughts of yesterday's regrets or tomorrow's uncertainties? In our digitally driven world, staying present seems increasingly challenging. Notifications constantly demand our attention, pulling us away from what is happening right here, right now. Yet, for the Stoics, living in the present was not just a philosophical ideal, it was a foundational practice for achieving tranquility and wisdom. The practice of mindfulness, being fully engaged and aware in the present moment, was integral to Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed that true peace comes from focusing our attention on what we can control and accepting what we cannot. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, once said, "The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have." This insight urges us to anchor ourselves in the present, where our influence is strongest and where we can find genuine contentment. Mindfulness in Stoicism is about embracing the here and now, free from the distractions of past and future worries. In the modern age, digital distractions present a significant barrier to this practice. We often find our attention fragmented by the endless notifications that light up our screens, emails, social media alerts, messages. Each ping and buzz draws us away from the present, causing stress and diminishing our capacity for deep work and meaningful connections. Consider the simple yet profound act of turning off notifications while engaging in an activity. Whether it's enjoying a meal, spending time with loved ones, or working on a creative project, this small adjustment can dramatically improve your focus and presence. When was the last time you fully immersed yourself in a task or experience, undistracted by the digital world? The practice of being present, as the Stoics espoused, can transform such moments into opportunities for true connection and joy. Reflect on this. How can you practice mindfulness in solitude? Solitude provides a unique opportunity to cultivate presence without the pressures of external distractions. Start with something as simple as observing your breath. Notice how it flows in and out, anchoring your awareness to your physical being. By concentrating on this rhythm, you create a space where thoughts of past and future can drift away, allowing you to focus solely on the now. Another approach could be mindful walking or journaling. As you walk or write, pay attention to each step or word, the sensations in your body, the sounds around you. This attentive presence nurtures a deeper self-awareness and helps to quiet the constant mental chatter. In solitude, these practices can be particularly powerful, offering a respite from the noise and hustle of daily life, thus aligning perfectly with the Stoic emphasis on clarity and introspection. As you explore these practices, ask yourself, what steps can you take to enhance your mindfulness? Can you set aside just a few minutes each day to be fully present with your thoughts or environment? The Stoics remind us that by living mindfully, we not only reclaim control over our minds, but also enrich our lives with the clarity and calm that come from truly being in the moment. So, the next time you find your mind wandering, remember the wisdom of the Stoics and ground yourself in the present, where true strength and peace reside. In the tapestry of Stoic philosophy, the understanding of nature's role is woven with profound insights about our place in the universe. The Stoics believed deeply in the concept of living in harmony with nature, seeing it as an essential pathway to achieving inner peace and resilience. They viewed humans not as isolated entities, but as integral components of a larger, interconnected natural order. This perspective offers a comforting sense of belonging, as it aligns with the notion that each of us is a thread in the grand fabric of the cosmos. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, eloquently captured this sentiment in his writings. He mused, "All things are woven together and the common bond is sacred. For there is one universe made up of all things, and one God who pervades all things, and one substance, and one law, and one reason." This quote highlights the Stoic belief in the fundamental unity of all existence, suggesting that by understanding our place within this vast system, we can find greater peace and purpose. Recognizing our connection to nature can transform solitude from a state of isolation into one of empowerment. When we acknowledge that we are part of a vast, living universe, solitude becomes a space where we can connect more deeply with the world around us. It allows us to step back from human-made chaos and appreciate the natural rhythms and cycles that govern all life. An exquisite way to experience this connection is by spending time outdoors. Imagine walking along a forest path where the gentle rustle of leaves and the melodic chirping of birds accompany each step. The tranquility of such an environment can have a soothing effect, quieting the mind and providing a sense of grounding. In these moments, we can almost feel the pulse of the natural world, reminding us that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. Reflecting on the natural world can also inspire a perspective shift. Consider the way trees stand resilient through storms, or how a river continues its course despite obstacles. Nature's capacity to endure and adapt offers valuable lessons in persistence and patience. By observing these patterns, we can draw parallels to our own lives, learning to face challenges with a similar grace and strength. As you ponder the role of nature in Stoicism, take a moment to reflect on how this perspective can bring peace during times of solitude. Think about a moment in nature that brought you a sense of calm or clarity. Was it the gentle sway of ocean waves or the vast silence of a mountain peak? Use these memories to draw inspiration and reassurance that, like the elements of nature, you too can weather life's storms and emerge stronger. Next time you find yourself alone, consider engaging with nature, whether it's a walk in the park, tending to a garden, or simply watching the clouds pass by. Let the experience remind you of your place in the grand scheme and allow it to nurture a sense of harmony and peace within. The Stoic view of harmony with nature encourages us to see solitude not as a void, but as an opportunity to connect both with ourselves and the universe. By embracing this connection, we can foster a profound sense of belonging and resilience, echoing the wisdom of the Stoics who saw the natural world as an ally in our journey towards inner peace. Have you ever noticed how certain situations can trigger strong emotional responses, especially when you're alone? Perhaps it's a memory that resurfaces, a worry about the future, or even the silence itself that brings emotions bubbling to the surface. In those solitary moments, without the distractions of external presence, our emotions can feel more intense and pronounced. But why is it that these emotions often seem to take the reins of our mind? And more importantly, how can we master them? The Stoics, with their profound insights into the human condition, provide a powerful answer. Emotional regulation is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, teaching us that while we cannot control everything that happens to us, we can control how we respond emotionally. Seneca, a towering figure in Stoicism, devoted much of his teachings to the concept of temperance, an essential aspect of managing emotions. He believed that allowing emotions to govern our actions leads to chaos, both internally and externally. Instead, he advocated for a balanced approach where rationality guides our emotional responses. Seneca famously advised, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This quote succinctly encapsulates the Stoic emphasis on self-control and emotional regulation. It suggests that true freedom comes not from changing our external circumstances, but from mastering our internal reactions to them. By regulating our emotions, we not only achieve personal peace, but also empower ourselves to face life's challenges with greater resilience and clarity. So, how can we practice emotional regulation, particularly when alone? One effective method recommended by the Stoics is journaling. This simple yet powerful practice can help us gain clarity over our emotions. Imagine sitting down with a pen and paper at the end of a long day. You write freely about what you experienced, focusing especially on any strong emotions you felt. As your thoughts flow onto the page, patterns and triggers start to emerge, offering insights into how and why certain emotions arise. Through journaling, we create a space for self-reflection, allowing us to process emotions without judgment. Over time, this practice can help us reframe our emotional responses, transforming them from impulsive reactions into thoughtful responses. By understanding our emotions better, we move towards mastering them, aligning our actions with our core values rather than fleeting feelings. Consider how you might incorporate this practice into your solitude. Could setting aside a few minutes each day to reflect on your emotional landscape strengthen your ability to regulate emotions? Ask yourself, which situations tend to bring about strong emotional responses, and how might you respond differently with greater awareness? By dedicating time to this introspection, you honor the Stoic commitment to self-improvement and personal growth. Emotional regulation is not about suppressing emotions but discerning how to respond to them wisely. By applying Stoic principles during solitary moments, we harness the opportunity to cultivate deeper self-awareness and emotional intelligence. This allows us to approach life's challenges with a calm and measured disposition, much like the Stoics themselves aspired to do. As you reflect on this, remember that mastering your emotions is a journey, one that is enriched and deepened with each step you take towards understanding and regulating your emotional landscape. The greatest power is often not what we say to others, but what we say to ourselves. This assertion underlines the significant role our internal conversations play in shaping our experiences and actions. In the realm of Stoicism, cultivating a productive inner dialogue is considered a cornerstone of resilience and personal development. The Stoics believed that by engaging thoughtfully with our thoughts, we can transform our mind into a refuge and source of immense strength. Epictetus, one of the eminent Stoic philosophers, emphasized the importance of reflective thinking in nurturing a constructive inner dialogue. He taught that our interpretations of events, rather than the events themselves, determine our emotional responses. Epictetus famously said, "First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This quote serves as a reminder that self-reflection and intentional thought are prerequisites for meaningful action. Imagine you are on the verge of making a significant life decision, such as changing your career path. The weight of this decision can often stir a whirlwind of emotions and doubts. In such moments, your internal dialogue becomes crucial. Are your thoughts filled with self-doubt and fear, or do they offer encouragement and clarity? By consciously guiding your inner conversation, you can transform anxiety into opportunity, setting the stage for an empowered choice. To cultivate a productive inner dialogue, start by observing the nature of your self-talk. During moments of solitude, pay attention to the thoughts that arise. Are they supportive and constructive, or critical and discouraging? This awareness is the first step toward fostering a healthier inner voice. Consider practicing mindfulness meditation or journaling to enhance your focus on these internal conversations. These practices can help you identify recurring negative patterns and replace them with affirmations that align with your goals and values. For instance, when faced with uncertainty, rather than letting fear dictate your thoughts, channel your inner dialogue toward a more empowering narrative. Something as simple as reminding yourself, "I am capable of learning and adapting," can shift your mindset from one of doubt to one of confidence. This change in perspective not only influences your immediate mood, but also your long-term outlook and resilience. Another powerful technique is to engage in Socratic questioning, a method that involves challenging your assumptions and exploring alternative viewpoints. Ask yourself, is this thought based on fact or fear? Or, what evidence do I have to support this belief? By interrogating your thoughts, you dismantle irrational fears and develop a clearer, more rational inner voice. Encourage yourself to visualize the best possible outcomes instead of dwelling on the worst-case scenarios. Picture the steps you need to take to achieve your goals, focusing on the resources and strength you possess. This positive visualization reinforces a narrative of possibility and potential achievement. As you practice these strategies, remember that a productive inner dialogue is not about suppressing doubts or emotions, but about guiding them constructively. It's about turning self-reflection into self-empowerment. Through consistent practice, you can transform your mind into a sanctuary of peace and resilience, echoing the Stoic belief that true strength comes from within. By evaluating and fostering your inner dialogue, you embrace the Stoic path of self-improvement and wisdom. Let this practice be your compass, directing you toward personal growth and fulfillment, even when faced with life's inevitable challenges. As Epictetus suggests, reflect deeply and intentionally, for it is through this mindful engagement with our thoughts that we cultivate the inner fortitude to navigate the world with grace and resolve. Throughout history, gratitude has been a cornerstone of Stoic practice, used to cultivate a sense of tranquility and contentment. The Stoics, always pragmatic in their approach to life's challenges, recognize the power of gratitude to transform the mind and spirit. By fostering appreciation, they discovered a pathway to inner peace, regardless of external circumstances. Solitude for them was not a time to dwell on what was lacking, but an opportunity to focus on what was abundant. Let's turn to Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, who serves as a compelling exemplar of practicing gratitude amidst solitude. In his private writings, Meditations, Marcus often reflected upon the importance of appreciation. Despite the burdens of running an empire, he found time for introspection and gratitude, writing, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." This reflection is a testament to how deeply embedded gratitude was in his daily routine, allowing him to maintain tranquility amid constant turmoil. For the Stoics, gratitude was more than a fleeting emotion. It was a disciplined practice that required active cultivation. By intentionally focusing on gratitude, they believed one could reshape perceptions and reactions to life's events. This practice served to anchor them, reminding them of the abundance around them even in isolation, and provided a mental shield against feelings of dissatisfaction or despair. To bring this practice into our modern lives, consider the simple yet profound act of keeping a gratitude journal. This practice involves setting aside dedicated time, perhaps at the start or end of your day, to reflect and write down 3 things you are thankful for. These need not be grand gestures or monumental achievements. Instead, the beauty of this practice lies in recognizing and appreciating the small, often overlooked aspects of life. A warm cup of coffee in the morning, a moment of silence in nature, or a kind word from a friend. As you engage in this exercise, think about what you are grateful for in your solitude. What have you discovered about yourself during these times? Perhaps you've developed a new skill, found joy in a hobby, or simply relished the peacefulness of your own company. By focusing on these positive aspects, you create a mental shift, transforming solitude from a potential source of loneliness into a rich tapestry of gratitude and personal growth. Moreover, this practice of gratitude in solitude encourages a deeper connection with oneself. It fosters a mindset of abundance, reducing the tendency to compare oneself to others or to dwell on what might be missing. Instead, it amplifies the positive, allowing you to see life through a lens of appreciation and fulfillment. As you reflect on your own life, I invite you to pause and consider, what are 3 things you are grateful for right now in this moment of solitude? Think about how these elements contribute to your well-being and how acknowledging them might enhance your sense of peace and contentment. In essence, practicing gratitude as the Stoics did is a powerful tool for nurturing inner tranquility. It reminds us to appreciate the present moment, fosters resilience, and cultivates a spirit of contentment that can withstand life's ebb and flow. By integrating this practice into your daily routine, you embrace a key Stoic principle, enriching your journey towards a life filled with serenity and purpose. In the quiet embrace of solitude, we find the fertile soil needed for the seeds of self-improvement to take root and flourish. This thought captures the transformative potential of solitary moments, inviting a deeper exploration into how time alone can propel us toward personal growth. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, the value of solitude can be underrated. Yet, the Stoics regarded it as essential, seeing it as the perfect setting for nurturing one's virtues and fostering continuous self-betterment. Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, often wrote about the necessity of solitude for personal development. In his letters, he emphasized that solitude is not an escape but a strategic withdrawal from chaos to focus the mind and spirit on growth. Seneca shared the wisdom that every day that we live is adding to our life experience, highlighting the importance of using solitude as a time for reflection and cultivation of one's inner virtues. Consider one of Seneca's insightful quotes, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." This succinct statement underscores the Stoic philosophy of gradual self-improvement. It reflects the understanding that personal growth is not a destination but a lifelong journey. In solitude, we have the opportunity to assess our lives honestly, identify areas for improvement, and embark on the path of learning and development without distraction. Imagine setting personal goals during a moment of introspection. Perhaps you've taken a quiet walk in nature, free from the usual distractions of technology and social obligations. Here, you reflect on the virtues you wish to cultivate: patience, courage, wisdom. By setting clear, actionable goals, such as practicing patience in daily interactions or seeking knowledge through reading and study, you plant the seeds of growth. In these moments, solitude becomes a workshop where you can forge a better version of yourself. To maximize the benefits of solitude, consider engaging in reflective practices like meditation or journaling. These activities allow you to delve into your thoughts and emotions, gain clarity on your values and aspirations, and devise a plan for personal development. As you write or meditate, ask yourself, what virtues do I want to strengthen? What habits will help me grow? By answering these questions, you lay down a roadmap for self-improvement that is personal and meaningful. Now, I encourage you to contemplate what can you achieve in your own moments of solitude. Reflect on areas of your life where you seek growth. Is it in your professional skills, your emotional intelligence, or perhaps your physical fitness? Solitude offers the time and space to set intentions, break them down into manageable steps, and commit to a journey of self-discovery and enhancement. The journey of self-improvement, inspired by Stoic wisdom, teaches us that solitude is not just a state of being alone, but a powerful tool for refining our character and realizing our potential. By embracing this quiet time, you honor the Stoic tradition of using every opportunity to become better, wiser, and more virtuous. As you embark on your personal journey of growth, let the practice of solitude be your guide, nurturing the seeds of improvement into full bloom. How often do we pause to truly consult the wisdom that lies within us? In our hurried lives, we might overlook an incredible resource we always carry, our inner sage. The Stoics believed deeply in the presence of an inner guide, a reservoir of wisdom and virtue ready to be tapped into when we quiet the noise around us. This inner sage is not an abstract ideal, but a real source of guidance that can illuminate our paths, especially in moments of solitude. Marcus Aurelius, the wise Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, often referred to this concept in his meditations. He believed that each individual possesses an inner voice that, when listened to, offers profound insight and clarity. It's not merely about trusting what we know, but accessing a deeper level of understanding that aligns with universal truths. Marcus once wrote, "Look well into thyself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if thou wilt always look." This powerful reminder invites us to engage in introspection, to seek out the inner counsel that lies just beneath the surface of our daily thoughts. This idea of consulting one's inner sage parallels modern concepts of intuitive guidance in decision-making. We've all experienced moments where a gut feeling, an unshakable knowing, guides us toward a decision that rational analysis might not have suggested. This is the voice of our inner sage, quietly steering us toward what is best for our true self, grounded in wisdom and understanding. In today's world, where external influences often drown out our inner voice, nurturing this connection becomes even more crucial. Solitude presents the perfect opportunity to reconnect with this inner wisdom. With the distractions minimized, we can listen more intently to what our inner sage is telling us. This engagement requires intentionality, a conscious effort to turn inward and reflect deeply on our decisions, desires, and the paths we choose to walk. To cultivate this connection, begin by engaging in practices that encourage deep listening and reflection. Meditation is a powerful tool in this regard, providing a quiet space to turn inward and focus on the subtle whispers of your inner guidance. As you meditate, visualize a dialogue with your inner sage, asking questions and being open to the insights that emerge. Trust that the answers lie within you, waiting to be discovered. Journaling is another effective method. Allow yourself to write freely without censorship about your thoughts and feelings on important matters. As you journal, you may notice patterns or insights that surface, reflecting the wisdom of your inner sage. This process can illuminate areas of your life where clarity is needed, offering guidance that resonates with your deepest values and truths. Now, consider how you might further engage with your inner sage during your own moments of solitude. Ask yourself when faced with a decision or challenge, what would my wiser self advise? Listen carefully to the response that arises, trusting in its inherent wisdom. This practice of consulting your inner guide can become a wellspring of strength and clarity, empowering you to navigate life's complexities with confidence and purpose. As you reflect on these ideas, remember that your inner sage is a constant companion, ready to offer insight whenever called upon. By making a habit of consulting this inner wisdom, you align more closely with the Stoic path of personal growth and resilience. Embrace this inner dialogue, and you may find that the guidance it provides leads you to a more fulfilling and authentic life. As we draw this exploration to a close, let's briefly revisit the powerful Stoic wisdom we've uncovered about finding strength in solitude. We've journeyed through the rich landscape of Stoic philosophy, discovering how it provides us with tools to cultivate resilience and inner peace, even when we're alone. Firstly, we delved into cognitive detachment, a fundamental Stoic practice that teaches us to separate our emotions from the external events that trigger them. By focusing on what we can control, our thoughts and reactions, we gain the power to maintain calm in the face of adversity. This practice helps us approach solitude not as a void, but as an opportunity for reflection and growth. We also explored the concept of resilience, learning how solitude can be a crucible for personal transformation. By embracing solitude, we transform obstacles from stumbling blocks into stepping stones, allowing life's challenges to refine and strengthen us. Whether it's drawing inspiration from the natural world's resilience or from figures like Nelson Mandela, we see that solitude can build a fortified spirit capable of facing anything. Furthermore, the importance of a productive inner dialogue cannot be overstated. Stoicism encourages us to engage deeply with our thoughts, fostering a relationship with our inner sage, the voice of wisdom that resides within us. This dialogue, nurtured in solitude, empowers us to guide our actions with clarity and intention, aligning our lives with our core values. As you ponder these themes, consider the words of Marcus Aurelius, who advised, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be." Be one. This powerful reminder challenges us to move beyond contemplation to action, using the wisdom of Stoicism to shape our lives and decisions. Now, I invite you to reflect on your own experiences with solitude. How have these moments contributed to your personal growth? Can you recall a time when solitude helped you gain clarity or build resilience? By reflecting on these questions, you embrace the opportunity to apply Stoic principles to your life, transforming solitude into a source of strength and wisdom. As we wrap up, I encourage you to be part of our growing community. Subscribe to the channel for more insights into Stoic philosophy and engage with us by sharing your thoughts in the comments. Your insights could inspire others on their journeys, helping to create a space where we all learn and grow together. Thank you for joining this exploration of Stoic wisdom. May the principles we've discussed guide you in finding strength in solitude, and as you apply them, may you discover the enduring peace and resilience that the Stoics cherished.